For those of you who have been around for years, both watching me here and back when I was at Ring of Fire, I'm sure you've heard me repeatedly say over those years that Marco Rubio, while he was in the Senate, was the dumbest person in the United States Senate. I wish I could say that now that he's in the cabinet, he's the dumbest member of the cabinet, but I mean, look at the other freaks between Kennedy and Nome and Bondi and Hegseth. Yikes, it's hard to out-stupid those folks. But Rubio is still very, very dumb. And he showed us that this week. You see, after the administration decided to launch another quagmire in the Middle East over the weekend, Marco Rubio decided to go and make a trip to Capitol Hill on Monday. And while on Capitol Hill, Marco Rubio said this about the justification for the attacks on Iran. He said, "It was abundantly clear that if Iran came under attack by anyone, they were going to respond against the United States. We know there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties." So in other words, Marco Rubio is saying, look, Iran, no matter who attacked them, would respond by attacking the U.S. And Israel was like, well, we're going to attack them. And so Marco Rubio said, we were sitting here like, oh no, they're going to punch him and then he's going to turn around and punch us and then we're screwed. So we need to punch him first because if they punch him and then he punches us, then we get punched and we don't want to be punched. It's the dumbest logic ever, which, by the way, is not based on any military intelligence. Just a hunch that these absolute morons may have had. So we had to attack them, Rubio says. Then the administration had to spend the rest of this week trying to backtrack from Marco Rubio's very stupid statement. So Marco Rubio went out there at the beginning of the week, right after the attacks, and ruined everything that this administration had been trying to create regarding the narrative about why any of this happened in the first place. Trump was asked about Rubio's comments the next day, and he said, no, I might have forced their hand. We were having negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack. If we didn't do it, they were going to attack first. I felt strongly about that. So just a few moments ago, when I said that Rubio's statement was just based on a hunch, that was the hunch. That was Donald Trump admitting it wasn't about intelligence or evidence. It's, yeah, I kind of had a feeling. I've had a feeling this might happen, so I did it first. We can't start wars based on your feelings, okay? Aren't you guys the facts don't care about your feelings fuckers? And here you are saying like, well, I got a bad feeling about it, so I decided to murder everybody. You know, just one of those crazy things I did on the weekend. I also went to a dance, so, you know, crazy, right? Well, then Marco Rubio changed his tune. He said, yesterday, a reporter asked, they said, yesterday you told us that Israel was going to strike Iran, and that's why we needed to get involved. Today, the president said Iran was going to get... And then Rubio jumps in and he says, no, were you there yesterday? That's false. I was asked very specifically, were you there yesterday? And the reporter says, yeah, I asked the question. So Marco Rubio was trying to deny that even happened. He's like, you weren't even there. Like, you don't even know what that reporter asked. And he goes, I was the fucking reporter, idiot. I asked you the question, you responded to me. And Rubio just kind of was like, oh, yeah, yeah, I guess so. And then the next day, UN Ambassador Mike Waltz had to come out and try to once again fix Marco Rubio's mistakes, saying, Rubio clarified that those comments, those clips, are being taken out of context. He was answering a very narrow operational question. In other words, he doesn't speak for us. Marco's our little special guy, basically, is how this administration is now treating him. And what's fun about this is Marco Rubio's been suspiciously absent ever since they've had to start clarifying everything he said. They're going to go put him in the corner. He's too dumb to talk to people. And I kind of warned them about this for years and years and years. This is what you get when you pick the dumbest possible people to do your dirty work. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.